Good afternoon, Cricket Rockstar Nation. Welcome to the 51st episode of the Cricket Rockstar Plus show. Not only we're going to be talking about IPL and the West Indies First Class Championship, we're also going to be talking about the first two semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League that took place on Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. So without further ado, let's just get on with it. The last 4 days of the Tata Indian Premier League has been nothing but roller coasters, from high stakes run chases to invincible teams going down in defeat, and the list goes on, alongside reshuffles on the points table. We've seen how Punjab Kings' winning streak came to an end. We've seen so many high-scoring run chases, alongside bowlers finally joining into the party. But let's just get on with it. April is done. April showers brings May flowers. But we got to talk about what has happened in the last 4 days in the IPL, because there have been so much headlines from Rajasthan Royals ending the Punjab Kings' 6-match winning streak on Tuesday when they chased down a massive 223. And I must tell you folks, that was absolutely clinical. Between Vayab Shubhavashi's explosive start and Donovan Ferreira's calm finishing, they proved that they are indeed one of the powerhouses in this season's campaign. Not just Rajasthan and Punjab alone. The defending champions RCB too. They've had a stellar run so far, despite losing a couple of games here and there. But these are the three that are the ones to look out for. It was a massive statement from the Royals on Tuesday, and it showed the rest of the league that table toppers can indeed lose the plot at some point. But we're not talking about that alone. So, or should I say, move along. Wednesday brought more fireworks, this time at the Wankhede Stadium, where Sunrisers Hyderabad continued their batting rampage against the Mumbai Indians. Mumbai posted a formidable 243 courtesy a brilliant century from Ryan Rickelton, but Hyderabad franchise made it look like an absolute stroll in the park. Henrik Klaasen was the hero once again for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, punishing the Mumbai Indians bowlers to bits and pieces to chase the target down with 8 deliveries to spare. It's becoming clear that if it don't get early wickets against this Sunrisers batting lineup, which has Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Henrik Klaasen, you name it, you're in all sorts of trouble, or should I say no total is safe on any type of pitch when you're facing Sunrisers. Then, when we thought that the top 4 can be invincible, the Gujarat Titans pulled off a crucial victory yesterday against the Royal Challengers Bengaluru in front of its home crowd at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. The Titans bowlers finally stepped up to the challenge to restrict a dangerous RCB batting lineup to just 155. Jason Holder, who hasn't had game time so far in this IPL campaign in just his first game of the tournament, proved that his veteran experience, all-round skills was absolutely detrimental, or should I say his presence was the difference between the two teams. He picked up the Player of the Match award for his 3-wicket haul, and this result was vital for the Titans to stay in the hunt for top 4 position. Now, there are still a few more weeks to go in regular season cricket, or should I say in the regular season campaign, while RCB will be kicking themselves for letting the chance to tighten its grip on the second place spot after getting off to an absolute flyer. When you get off the flyers and lose wickets very quickly, it can be difficult to come back from that dangerous position. But as you look at the standings going into May, the race for the playoffs has tightened. Punjab, they still hold top spot with 13 points, but they have RCB, SRH and Rajasthan Royals breathing down their necks, all on 12 points. Speaking of Rajasthan, they were in action today against the Delhi Capitals, in which was yet another run fest. And let me tell you folks, we're not going to talk about the Orange Cap much. We all know that it's a battle between Abhishek Sharma, Vayab Shubhavashi, Henrik Klaasen, and now KL Rahul to the list, who is now the leading run scorer in this campaign. It's a battle of the top 4, my friends. But as we talk about Rajasthan, as I mentioned just a little while ago, they lost to the Delhi Capitals, who, mind you, have gotten their redemption / their highest successful run chase, as they finally found their groove to chase down over 200 plus, or should I say massive target, against the Royals in the city of Pink Lights in Jaipur. The Capitals chased down a massive 226 target after having a tough run of 3 consecutive defeats, which included that horrendous nightmare of being 6 wickets down for 13 against RCB on Monday in the power play. The Capitals played with much intent, which was a breath of fresh air. They didn't just go all out for the victory. They hunted down the total inside 19.1 overs to secure the highest successful chase in IPL history, I beg your pardon. The match started off with the Royal skipper Rian Parag proving why he can come to the party at times and is one of Rajasthan's dangerous middle order batters, to say the least. After Mitchell Starc tore through the Rajasthan top order in the first couple of overs, dismissing Jameson dismissed Vayap Shubhavashi, and then Mitchell Starc in his second game of the season somehow managed to dismiss Yashishi Jaiswal very early on. After those openers perished cheaply, Rian Parag played a mature, explosive innings of 90 runs or 50 deliveries to stabilize the ship. The real fireworks once again came in the back end of the innings from South Africa's Donovan Ferreira. He was absolutely ruthless once again, and for the 3rd straight game in a row, his finishing pyrotactics, this time when he made 47 or 14, got them to 225. Delhi Capitals' most experienced bowlers were sent to the cleaners in an absolute, how should I say it? Their experienced bowlers were sent to the cleaners as if they were in washing machine laundry duty. Rajasthan's 225 for 6. Now, any score over 200 plus, like for example, Rajasthan's 225 for the loss of 6, can be termed as a safe total. But so far this year's IPL, given out all the flat pitches we have seen, no total is safe. Delhi's response was simply clinical from ball 1. The opening partnership with Patam Nissanka and KL Rahul was the foundation of the entire chase, as the two of them racked up 110 together in very quick time. Nissanka, he set the tone for the Capitals with a rapid 62, but the talk of the town was KL Rahul, who really anchored the innings with his 75 or 40 deliveries, showed a perfect blend of composure alongside power hitting, ensuring that even when the required rate was still high, the Capitals did not even panic. Then down the order, there was the likes of Tristan Stubbs and Abhishek Sharma came in alongside Nitish Rana, who kept the intent going for the Capitals and also showed a lot of great maturity in the closing stages, picking up the right time to counter an attack and not refuse to let the pressure of the Royals get to them. They calmly navigated the final overs, capitalizing on any loose delivery which was bowled by any of the Royals bowlers, whether it was Archer or this other guy, to seal a comfortable victory, which surely will go down as a run chase that will be remembered for quite some time. This result does open up the table, or should I say has made the points table wide open once again as the tournament heads into May Madness. Now, there's an old saying that says March Madness. IPL has May Madness, as what I have been terming even on my pre-social media days. For the Capitals, it's a massive confidence booster, but at the same time, they need to watch out alongside the league's heavyweights, even when they have their backs against the wall. As for the Rajasthan Royals, it's a tough pill to swallow for them, even after that strong batting performance, despite being 2 wickets down early in the power play. It does still serve as a reminder, even in 2026, no total over 200 plus, especially when you're batting first on flat decks, isn't safe. But I'm going to leave it there for IPL chat right now. But we need to talk about the West Indies First Class Championship Round 3. Round 3 of the 2026 West Indies First Class Championship has provided 2 lopsided encounters and 1 lackluster result in a season so far which has effectively not just split the table alone, involving the title contenders, the Guyana Happy Eagles, who, mind you, continue to look like a class above the rest, securing a clinical 4-wicket victory over the Windward Islands Volcanoes. And despite a fighting century from Sunil Ambrose, or should I say Sunil Ambrose, the Volcanoes simply had no answer to Gudakish Muti, who continues to mastermind his bags of tricks with the ball, which resulted in yet another 10-wicket haul for the left-arm spinner, and it propelled Guyana to the top of the standings with a perfect 100% record / 343 record in Antigua against the Volcanoes. Meanwhile, the match involving the Leeward Islands Hurricanes and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force turned out to be a marathon of endurance that led to the lackluster draw, which actually ultimately highlighted the Red Force batting depth. Joshua De Silva's magnificent 220, his maiden first-class double hundred, anchored a massive first innings total of 522 for the loss of 9 wickets declared. And while the Hurricanes, who had a disastrous first innings, showed incredible grit in the second innings, courtesy Kisikati's 147, it did force the match to end up in a draw despite time lost on day one, which was actually made up in the last few days of play. The psychological edge remains with the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, who, mind you, will face the Barbados Royals in the playoff, which will determine who faces the Guyana Happy Eagles in the final. Speaking of the Red Force bowling attack, which was led in this game by Anderson Phillip. Jaden Seals was rested for this one. He, alongside Seals in this campaign, who didn't play, have constantly looked the most balanced unit, which has left them in a strong second place total, or should I say a strong second place position, beg your pardon. But the other result in round 3 came from Sabina Park in Kingston, Jamaica, where the Barbados Pride dismantled the Jamaica Scorpions by an innings and 11 runs. It was a complete performance from the Pride, sparkled by Jonathan Drake's 94, 6 runs shy of a century, and a collective performance from the bowling unit that saw the Scorpions ruled over twice in quick succession. After a shaky start to the season for the Pride, this victory is exactly what the Barbados Pride needed to climb in the top 3 to advance to the playoff against the Red Force. And it reminds not just Red Force and Happy Eagles that they are still a very good competitive team. Now, the last time the Pride won the 4-day championship was when the season had to truncate due to COVID-19 in 2019-2020 season. They are still favorites, but it can go either way come playoff time when Red Force and the Pride face each other off. Statistically, the individual brilliance this week has been world-class. For Guyana, Gudakish Muti once again was simply absolutely brilliant. He had the Volcanoes batters had no answers for him. So far, he has been the leading wicket taker in the 4-day championship with 24 wickets, while for the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, Amir Jangu and Joshua De Silva once again continued to lead the charge with the bat. De Silva's double hundred was another great highlight this week gone, but one of the other questions is, will he or Amir Jangu get back into the testing? Because we have seen in the last couple of series, even before the 2025-2027 World Test Championship campaign, De Silva's batting did somewhat decline. So was his average. Even his wicket-keeping was under some scrutiny back then. Amir Jangu had a couple of test matches against Pakistan where he made vital knocks on what was those turning tracks in Multan about a year or so ago. But since then, he has been left out of the side in favor of Imlak, who has had poor returns. He himself is also performing for Happy Eagles as well. But you never know, because Darren Simon selectors are an unpredictable bunch. We all saw what happened with the 27 all-out, which I don't have to remind you viewers about. But on the bowling front, the pace and control was shown by Anderson Phillip, who has been the main talking point. He actually did play a couple of test matches last season, but he has been in and out of the team most of the time due to the fact Shamar Joseph has been excellent. So has Azari Joseph and Jaden Seals as well. Then Kemar Roach came back into the side in the absence of Azari Joseph. But these copper fast bowlers does keep West Indies in the game. The biggest concern is the batting department, and it's been like that for donkey years now. Whether it's in the old days or in this modern era where they can't even get big scores. But you never just know, because them like Pakistan are a bunch of unpredictable jokers. But nevertheless, Guyana Harper Eagles will face the West Indies Academy in an exhibition 4-day game in a week or so from now, while the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force will play the Barbados Pride in a playoff which will decide who will reach the final in Antigua. The UEFA Champions League semi-finals kicked off this week with 2 matches that couldn't have been more different than temperament/drama/excitement. Tuesday at the Parc des Princes, it was pure chaos as Paris Saint-Germain edged out Bayern Munich in a 5-4 thriller, or should I say in a 5-4 thriller. It was a match where defending seemed optional and the superstars took center stage. PSG's ability to find the back of the net 5 times gives them the vital psychological cushion advantage. But conceding 4 goals at home means they head to Munich next week with a lead that does seem incredibly precarious, but at the same time, it can go either way. But on the other side of the bracket, things look very tight at the moment and more tactical as over in Madrid on Wednesday, Atletico Madrid and Arsenal played out a gritty 1-1 draw, which leaves the tie perfectly balanced. Remember, there was a time in the old days where they used to have the away goals rule. Since they got rid of the away goals rule, anything can still happen. Arsenal, they did show plenty of technical quality, but Diego Simeone's men did what they had to do, which was suffocating the space and making life very difficult for the Gunners. It was a fascinating back and forth chess match which sets up a winner-takes-all scenario at the Emirates Stadium in the return leg next week. What is clear is that the first legs of the 2 semi-final matches does have all 4 sets of football fans very optimistic, but as what I mentioned earlier, it can go either way. Or should I say, both matches are alive and well. They have the right octane on one side, which is, or should I say, let me rephrase, you have the high octane basketball score style of the PSG versus Bayern Munich match on one side, and the defensive masterclass of Atletico and Arsenal on the other side. It's a brilliant contrast for the neutral fans, or should I say those who don't support even the 4 teams, or the fans of all 4 teams must keep their fingers crossed. But for the managers involved, there'll be plenty of long nights and long conversations to try and figure out in how to navigate the second legs. From the momentum perspective, PSG does have the psychological advantage of reaching back-to-back Champions League finals, but do not dare rule out Bayern Munich, because we've seen in the past Bayern make a lot of comebacks from behind to get into finals position. But it's that 1 goal advantage which can swing it in favor of the Parisians, or even for this German champs. You never know what to expect. But Bayern Munich knows that either a 1-0 victory or a 2-1 result at Allianz Arena would be enough to see them through, which is well and truly in their reach. But a 1-0 result may not be even enough, given the fact how nowadays you really don't even have the away goals rule. But for Arsenal, it's very simple for them. They just have to draw or get a good result against Atletico defense, which will likely see them into the final. But as we look forward to the second legs, the stakes couldn't be higher. We're all set for a thrilling Tuesday night in Munich, and it does promise to be another goal fest affair, while Wednesday night will likely be decided by a single magic moment of brilliance or a costly era which both sides cannot or could afford. Or should I say, both ties are very much alive and well. But if the first leg are any indication, what we are expected to see in the second leg could be one hell of a game of football. That's going to do it for episode 51 of the Cricket Rockstar Plus show, your home for all things cricket and football. We're just over a month and a half away till the start of the FIFA Men's World Cup. Tomorrow does, how should I say it? In less than, that's going to do it for episode 51 of the Cricket Rockstar Plus show. I'm Tyrelle Audain. Let me know what you guys think about what's happening in the IPL or even in the Champions League football. And let me know what you guys think about what's happening in European football this weekend. Who do you think is going to win the Premiership, La Liga, or even Serie A? Let me know, guys. Till then, folks.